Has it happened to you yet? That cold Tuesday afternoon when a 25-year-old colleague looks at your old-school methods with a smirk, whispering that you're just a legacy asset whose time has passed. They think you're slow, your brain is lagging, and your results are fading. You go home with the weight of being abandoned by time. But here is the truth. Your obsolescence isn't a failure, it's a hidden gold mine. Your mistake isn't being slow, it's failing to see that the scars you've gathered are actually your strongest competitive edge in an AI world. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." In 1974, George Foreman was the perfect machine, invincible, terrifying, and sharp. But that sharpness was a mask. He was a kid from the Houston slums who used rage to hide his vulnerability. In the rumble in the jungle, Muhammad Ali didn't just beat him, he broke the machine. Foreman's shadow, the parts of himself he refused to look at, shattered in the Zaire heat. He lost his belt, his identity, and fell into a 10-year darkness. During those 10 years, Foreman became a preacher. He found peace, but he also found a mission, a youth center to save kids from the same sin and poverty he escaped. But money ran dry. To keep the doors open for those kids, he made an unthinkable choice at age 38. He returned to the ring. Here is the powerful irony. As a preacher, his sermons might not have let you see God, but to save his dream for the children, his comeback punches were ready to send his opponents in the ring to face God directly. This wasn't for ego, it was a crusade for the next generation. The world mocked him. He was bald, slow, and fat compared to his 1974 prime. But Foreman didn't try to be young again. He transformed his imperfections into new weapons. He used his weight to become indestructible, absorbing punches that would kill others. He used his slowness to master timing, making every punch a calculated, devastating hammer. By 1994, at age 45, he regained the world title. It wasn't because he was fast, but because he was integrated. He combined his old power with new wisdom. This is the ultimate competitive edge, using the wisdom of old scars to build a system that achieves goals faster than a perfect machine. Foreman's commercial success wasn't a fluke of his dad bod, it was because of his discipline. People were moved by a man who used a strict, healthy diet to become a champion again at 45. His George Foreman grill became the world's best seller because the world trusted his results. This wasn't just a marketing deal, it was a window opened by God. The money from the grill, far exceeding his boxing purses, funded his youth center forever. He proved that when you are authentically useful and integrated, the world provides you with resources a perfectly sharp person could never access. The doubts and ridicule you endure are not your weaknesses, but rather the core competitiveness within your imperfections. When younger peers mock you for being left behind in the AI era, stop arguing with them to regain your dignity. Overcome your fear of unfamiliar territory. Apply your experience to AI tools. Others use AI to catch up with your qualifications. You too can use your experience to leverage AI as a multiplier to widen the gap between you. Welcome to subscribe to the Iron Shadow Soul. Let's forge the iron soul that has long been hidden in the shadows together.